at Steinway there was an unwritten law. If you had to do professionally with Horowitz, and he rejected you, that was the end of your career at Steinway.
Yeah.
You know, and I can undergird this with many, many stories with people which lost their job at Steinway because they could not handle Horowitz. But anyhow, at that time, we always would go 11 o'clock on the first Tuesday of a new month to tune his piano. He lived 14 East 94th Street, okay? And Bill went with me, and Bill had told him that he retires and I will take over and he would be happy with me, you know, those things which you say. And Bill let me tune the piano, and we waited and waited, no Horowitz. He knew that we were there. And so Bill went with me the second month. I was extremely nervous. He let me tune the piano, no Horowitz. He knew that we were there. See, you must know, in the Horowitz household, where the piano was on the first floor, there was a library next to it, and there was his concert D, his piano there, and a music room. Above was his living quarters, okay? And above there, on the next floor, was the living quarters of Wanda Toscanini, Horowitz. He married Wanda Toscanini. And Horowitz said once, Franz, the best is that each one stays on its own floor. Then we have peace in the house, But he knew that we were there. So Bill said, Franz, I can't go with you anymore. Much luck, So I went the third month, tuned the piano, and I was very fortunate. Horowitz came down. And he seemed to like me. But ever so slowly, you can imagine, did I become, for him, as he said, the most important person in his life. And he would sometimes say, Franz, before concert, you are the most important person here. No, he said, Maestro, you are. What is the best time? We tuned and well prepared. If it is silent, no, if the piano is not right, I'm not playing, this kind of thing. And he is a kind of reason also for my book. I never thought about a book, And you must know he had a tremendous sense of humor. And I miss him so very much. And let me tell you, Horowitz was only possible because of one thing. He was basically extremely lazy. He didn't want to practice. He yelled at me when I once used the word practice. How long are you working for me? He said, I don't know, must be 80. You should know, I never practice. It's only rehearsal what I do, I'm still playing the piano. But mother would say, you are in bad shape, you play all night now, If you are not better tomorrow, I'm not coming to the concert. And she did this a few times, stayed in the hotel, So he was only possible because of Wanda Horowitz. By the way, Wanda, we loved her, Elizabeth and I, we loved her. She did not have an easy life, to be the wife of a famous person in the world. Let me tell you this, that is not so easy. And I have her story, not in my book, but I have my the story in my CD there, on number 3. I want to tell the story about Wanda because we loved her. Elizabeth and I, we loved her. And so I miss him very, very much, Horowitz. Let me tell you, when my CDs just came out, it was 2 months in Europe. It wasn't my idea, there was my publishing house in Switzerland, we did it. Okay, and it's in form of an interview, and they inserted the music of the pianos which are tuned, for the various artists. And it makes it very, very nice. When they talk about Horowitz, and he plays then the Träumerei by Schumann. Like only Horowitz could play like this. I cried. Because I still saw him sitting there, amazing, But he was so wonderful to me too. When I first started to travel with him, everything had to be paid in advance. And it had to be cash. And he had this big bundle of $100, and he gave it to me. They want to sit sit on it, you know, before the concert. Don't you count it? It's a lot of money, you know. And I never did. I never did. But that changed too later on. But he never touched the piano on the day of his concert, you know. I have a whole chapter in my book about Horowitz in Moscow. Many times people ask me what was the most important concert or memorable concert with Horowitz. That was his comeback concert when he went on April 20th in '86 back to Moscow. I have a whole chapter on this. I never forget, I have it on my own video. You know, when Horowitz found out that all the students of the Conservatory of Music in Moscow did not get tickets, you know, for the concert. He talked to some important people, he arranged it, and he invited all the students for his dress rehearsal on Saturday, you know. And I never forget that I have it on my own video camera. You see students sitting there and they cry. It was something, you know. But he was even not, Horowitz was not perfect. He would come off the stage and he would say to me, then he spoke German to me, Franz, a few falsche Noten, a few wrong notes. He said, Maestro, that is fine. This is a live concert. There belong a few. Really? Yeah, don't worry. Please don't worry. You know, or he would say when he came off the stage, Franz, come in, you are family, I want to talk to you, you know. Then I would go again, they took a shower and got dressed again with a new tuxedo, you know. And this guy, how was my Scarlatti today? What would I say? Maestro, fantastic, you played it every time different. What a revelation. I mean, I'm carried. And one that would say, don't listen to Franz, you pay him so well, he has to say something.